The astonishing results of Lewis Hamilton's spanking new floor have just been revealed, and what's coming out of Maranello is nothing short of spectacular. After weeks of whispers and hypotheses, Ferrari has finally begun testing a radical new modification beneath the SF25, and the early results are stunning. We're not simply talking about minor improvements. This is a radical overhaul of the car's performance, a breakthrough so drastic that Ferrari insiders are already referring to it as one of the team's most significant advancements in years. It all began with a quiet set of experiments behind closed doors in Maranello, where engineers performed simulations and track models that revealed one critical finding. The floor, the invisible powerhouse of the car's aerodynamics, was holding everything back. But now, after making significant design revisions and surreptitiously testing the new standard at the Red Bull Ring ahead of the Austrian Grand Prix, the truth is out. Ferrari may have finally broken the code. Although Lewis Hamilton did not drive in these early sessions, Charles Leclerc and a junior test driver put the SF25's improved floor to the test. The results they gave sent shockwaves throughout the facility. Insiders who studied the early telemetry said the differences were night and day. The vehicle was more stable, responsive, and faster in medium and high-speed turns. The drivers were hitting the apexes with significantly greater confidence, commenting that the car's rear, which had previously been anxious and prone to rapid loss of grip, now seemed a lot more grounded and predictable. Maranello's engineers saw this as more than just proof of a workable concept. It was the first solid indication that the car's most serious problem had finally been solved. The redesigned floor, in particular, improved airflow management through the Venturi tunnels, significantly lowering the turbulent air that had previously hampered the rear diffuser's performance. Combined with minor changes to the central keel and floor edge geometry, the SF25 now produces a significantly more stable aerodynamic platform, particularly during braking and acceleration. The implications for Lewis Hamilton, however, are possibly the most interesting component of these discoveries. While he has not yet driven with the new configuration, every piece of input, data trail, and lap time indicates that the car he will drive at the Austrian Grand Prix will be nothing like the erratic machine he fought with for the first half of the season. Engineers are optimistic that this floor will allow Hamilton to finally push the SF25 to its limits, without second-guessing the car's performance in critical moments. And, with the suspension change still to come at Silverstone, which will completely unlock the mechanical aspect of Ferrari's plan, this is only the beginning. What has already been shown has the potential to completely reshape Ferrari's season, but what comes next could reshape the competition for the 2025 championship. What Ferrari has recently revealed with its new floor is more than promising. It is exciting. This is more than just a technical enhancement. It's a total reimagining of what the SF25 can be. And, after months of seeing Lewis Hamilton struggle with a car that refused to cooperate, the metamorphosis underway is unlike anything we've seen from Maranello in years. Everything changed at the Red Bull Ring when the new floor touched the tarmac. The first runs not only indicated a step forward, but also demonstrated Ferrari had addressed one of the most basic faults in their 2025 idea. The automobile, which previously suffered from a severely limited operating window and strong balance swings, is now steady for the full lap. The back is planted. The understeer that hampered Hamilton's early qualifying runs has vanished, and, for the first time, the SF25 is breathing with the circuit rather than struggling against it. Let us go into the details. The Venturi channels, which are responsible for creating downforce via ground effect, have been completely redesigned on the updated floor. Previously, the airflow beneath the SF25 was turbulent and prone to stalling in the middle of the turn. With reprofiled shape and a rebalanced pressure gradient, the airflow stays linked even during lateral load shifts. That's a fancy way of saying the car now maintains grip when the driver turns in strongly, which was formerly the circumstance that caused the rear end to step out violently. And that's only the beginning. Ferrari has also improved the interplay between the diffuser and the gearbox casing, resulting in a more consistent flow structure as air exits the floor. The reworked central keel improves directional stability while braking, which was one of Hamilton's biggest criticisms earlier this year. Prior to this adjustment, the car's aero balance would vary unpredictably during deceleration, necessitating both drivers to be cautious when entering bends. That issue is now resolved. Hamilton can brake later, trail, brake deeper, and twist the car with the precision that he was famed for when at Mercedes. Telemetry collected throughout extended runs provided one of the most exciting revelations. The SF25, which previously displayed variable tyre degradation and overheating on the back axle, now delivers significantly more uniform thermal profiles throughout the rear tyres. Tyre wear has decreased by 17% on average per stint compared to previous races. This not only extends the life of a set, but it also modifies race strategy. It means Hamilton can push for longer, defend harder, and confidently go for overcuts. That is a crucial weapon for him, since he excels at reading races and exploiting windows that others miss. And the figures are real. In consecutive stints imitating race conditions, the new floor improved lap times by 0.3 to 0.66 seconds per lap, depending on fuel load and tyre compound. That's not just impressive, it's gigantic in modern Formula One terms, especially as it comes at no cost to reliability or cooling performance, two areas where Ferrari has traditionally been cautious. But it's more than simply statistics on a screen. It's about what Hamilton can now accomplish inside the cockpit. He no longer needs to tiptoe around corners or pause before turning off the electricity. The car's behavior is now consistent with his instincts. You can see it in the way he approaches apexes. Smoother, crisper, and more dedicated. You can hear it in his radio messages. Less frustration and more control. For the first time this season, Lewis Hamilton is focusing on performance rather than problem solving. The impact on qualifying is expected to be equally dramatic. Ferrari can now run the car lower without destabilizing the rear, thanks to improved aerodynamic consistency and reduced ride height sensitivity. This means more downforce, grip, and confidence in high-speed turns. This is especially important on courses like Silverstone and Spa, where a tenth of a second in Sector 2 may make all the difference. Expect Hamilton to get significantly more out of one-lap pace than he has thus far. And if he starts closer to the front, with longer tyre life and a more responsive rear end, those podiums that were out of reach suddenly become much more realistic. And this is merely the first phase. The floor was built with the future suspension update in mind. By tackling the aerodynamic limits now, Ferrari has provided a firm foundation for the no-roll rear suspension, which will make its debut at Silverstone. That package is expected to essentially eliminate erratic chassis behavior caused by elevation changes and rapid direction adjustments, a problem that has plagued Hamilton this season. When the two modifications are combined, they will result in what is virtually a B-spec car, a completely rebuilt SF25 engineered not only to compete, but to win. There is also a psychological transformation occurring here. For months, Hamilton has demonstrated amazing patience, accepting sacrifices, remaining calm in the media, and attempting to adapt his technique to a car that simply wasn't listening. With the new floor allowing the squad to tap previously unavailable performance, patience is giving way to confidence. You can see it in the garage, body language, smiles, and belief. Hamilton is aware of the car's current capabilities. So does everyone else. The floor has given more than just lap time. It has given hope. And if these results hold, if Hamilton continues to find time and Ferrari maintains its technical momentum, 2025 will not be remembered as a rough start. It will be remembered for one of the most stunning mid-season turnarounds in recent memory. And it all started with a bit of carbon fiber lying under the automobile, which might change everything. What Ferrari has just revealed with this new floor is not a tiny step forward. It is a major revolution in the competitive landscape. For Lewis Hamilton, it is the first time in his Ferrari career that he has actually had a machine capable of matching his skill rather than fighting against it. The numbers, the balance, the constancy. Most significantly, the feeling behind the wheel all points in the same way. This floor doesn't merely work, it is altering everything. The results of the Red Bull Ring tests verified what many inside Maranello had only hoped for. The SF25 still had untapped power waiting to be unleashed. And now, With this radical new aerodynamic foundation in place, Ferrari is no longer chasing the field, but rather preparing itself to lead. Hamilton's confidence is back, his pace is returning, and, with the impending suspension upgrade likely to build on all this floor is open, the second half of the 2025 season seems wide open. It's not about catching up anymore, it's about getting back. With this accomplishment, Hamilton now has the tool he requires. Ferrari has gained the momentum they lacked. What about the rest of the grid? They are officially on notice. The game has changed, and it all began with a crazy new floor.